In this video, I'm going to show you how I set up a super easy and affordable camera to monitor my chicken coop. I'm going to show you the exact camera that I use, how I connected it to my Wi-Fi, what you need to make it work, and some real footage that I've collected of predators and other activities that are in my barn and chicken coop. So welcome to Club Ecstasy, my chicken coop. I'm Laurel. What can I say? I have a disco coop because I grew up in the 70s. Okay, let's get started. Before I got the camera, I was always wondering if everybody made it in before the automated door closed, and I'd have to run down to the barn and check to make sure everyone was there. Now I can just check them right on my phone no matter where I am. What I use is this Wise PanCam 3. It's really affordable, and there are no monthly subscription fees to run it. I can watch and monitor right from an app on my phone, and I can record all of the footage to a micro SD card that's inserted into the camera. It's also got real night vision. One of the other things I really love about this camera is its pan ability. I can actually control it right from my phone and turn the camera to look at various places inside my coop if I want to. It will also track and follow motion if you program it to do that. And I've been using this camera now for over a year, and I love it. In fact, I have 3 more of them in various other places around my sheep barn. In fact, here comes one of my sheep now wanting to know what's happening in here. Hi, Bunny. What you doing? All right, so here's what you're going to need to make this thing work. First, you're going to need the camera, and you're also going to need a micro SD card. They do offer a cloud service to record your footage, but you don't need it if you have the SD card. You're also going to need electricity. Now, we have electricity in our barn, so I was able to easily plug it in. If you don't have electricity near your coop, then you can use a version of this camera that comes with a solar panel, and I'll link to that below. And finally, you're going to need Wi-Fi at your coop. Now, if your coop is not too far from your house, then you may already have Wi-Fi there, and the best thing to do is to check that with your phone and see if you can connect to your Wi-Fi network when you're out near your chicken coop. If not, then you are going to need to extend your Wi-Fi range from your house out to your chicken coop. So I actually do this with a device that I purchased called a TP-Link, and I had to attach it to my router up at the house, and it projects my network down to my coop, which is about 300 feet from my house, but it will go a lot farther. Now, the first time you hook up your camera, I recommend doing this somewhere where you can sit down and be comfortable, maybe even in the house, as long as you're still on that same 2.4G network. I also recommend that once you decide where you're going to hang it, don't put it too high. You need to be able to reach this camera because every once in a while it may go out and you'll need to be able to hit that reset button. Initially, I had my hallway camera a lot higher, and I had to get out a ladder a couple of times to reset it, and it was very inconvenient. Having a security camera has really helped me monitor the predator situation around our coop and help me decide how we're going to handle it depending on the types of predators that we actually have. We have had a whole list of predators that have visited our barn in the past year. Here's one that is crawling around on the top of my chicken coop. You can see the cat hair below. And this raccoon actually crawled around for over 2 hours looking for a way to get into my chicken coop. Thankfully, we really had that thing secure because we knew raccoons were going to be a problem. Our barn had been abandoned for a long time, and there were many signs that raccoons had been inhabiting it. Having this footage allowed me to see just how determined a raccoon can be. And let me warn you, a raccoon can wipe out your entire flock in one night. Here's a little bunny rabbit that visited our barn. Meanwhile, I caught the pesky raccoon. And we also caught a few other critters, including this possum, who was not very happy with me. And we took them for a ride across the river to release them to an area we called the bus station. But there were plenty more raccoons where they came from. Initially, we had a lot of wildlife to deal with because our barn had been abandoned for a long time. In fact, there was some animal doing this kind of damage to the floor, and we were able to confirm that this was actually being done by a groundhog, who we also had to relocate. And here's some footage of a hawk flying in. You can see there, and my rooster Batman is running for his life. Now, it's not all scary predator footage. One day I was working late and I turned on my cameras and I saw my sweetheart Steve feeding treats to my little chicks. That's true love right there, folks. I also really love watching my chickens in the morning funnel their way out of the automated chicken coop door, especially if I'm already at work when they're being let out. It's just so cute to watch them file out one by one. Look at them. So I've linked to the camera, the SD card, and the Wi-Fi extender I use in the description below. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments and I'll do what I can to try to help out. And if you found this video helpful, please give me a thumbs up and I'll see you next time on the farm.